Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be re-reviewing PrivateVPN and putting it in the 2.0 system. PrivateVPN was formerly a tier 1 VPN provider that was really recommended here on the channel. I really like the company and the people that work there. So today we're going to see if it can stand up to the new stricter 2.0 rating system here on the channel. If you guys want to help support the channel and you decide you like PrivateVPN, you could click on my affiliate link down in the description down below. This will give you around 10% off PrivateVPN. If you do click on that link, there's no promo code, you just have to click on the link because that's the way they designed it, so keep that in mind. This is an unsponsored review though, my opinions are my own, so let's go ahead and find out where PrivateVPN can improve and where it does well. So guys, this is what PrivateVPN's pricing looks like, and it's actually a pretty good plan. It's only $9 for 1 month, which definitely fits in between our $6 to $10 asking point. For 24 months or 2 years, it's $60. However, that said, there is a price increase of $60 per year after the first 2 years. That said, they do make it a little bit easier to understand, I think, than some competitors like Nord and Surfshark. For 3 months, we get $18. Unfortunately, they don't have a 6-month plan, but I do like the fact that they do have this 3-month plan. Unfortunately, since 6 months won't be able to fit in with $30, they don't get points there. They also don't have 8 simultaneous connections, they only have 6, but they do have a 30-day refund policy. Besides that, they don't really have that many exclusive sales or any discount tricks going on with exclusive timers. So apparently they don't have like a promo code system, but if you do use my link in the description or comment down below, you can get special pricing. As you can see here, you get around 10% off or so. It's around $8.50 a month instead of $9. The 2-year plan is actually $47 instead of $60. So it's a decent discount, and the 3-month is also $17. Alright guys, so this is PrivateVPN's application, and it's kind of an interesting bag of stuff here. They don't have some things like that I do want. Like, for example, connection type. They don't have WireGuard yet. They just support OpenVPN and some of these Audit protocols. You can use like WireGuard configurations from their website, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to be integrated within the main kind of client, and they don't have that yet, and I'm disappointed to see that not there. It's been some time, and most every other VPN that's kind of popular does have WireGuard, so I think the team does need to kind of push this out very quickly. Additionally, it's also missing some other kind of cool little things like split tunneling. I don't think it's here. I can't find it anywhere anyway. The good news is it does have some other compatibility things that I do like. For example, it has Fire Stick support. It also has a SOCKS 5 proxy support that you could use for torrenting. It also has port forwarding, which makes PrivateVPN a pretty good torrent VPN provider since you get that SOCKS 5 included, and you can get pretty good speeds seeding it. That said, it also is missing some other things, like it doesn't have a Linux graphical user interface, it doesn't have DNS controls within the application, and it also does not sell or let you use dedicated IPs. Additionally, it doesn't have ad blocking either, which is definitely a little bit of a letdown. So it does have some things, but it is missing a lot of things too. So it's definitely, like I said before, a bit of a mixed bag here. I think PrivateVPN still needs some improvements, but they do have a good solid foundation. That said, the interface is pretty cool. You can see different load times and stuff like that. Servers are here. You have like this dedicated IP option, but I'm not really sure if that's what I'm looking for. Or what we mean by dedicated IPs. You could favorite things and stuff like that. It does seem like there has been a little bit of improvement to the interface. I don't see some of these outdated legacy tabs, so that's good to see. But I still think more improvements could be made, and they probably will be made eventually. So overall, that's my thoughts on the application. Alright guys, so let's do a live speed test, and remember, you always want to see live speed tests. If you see other speed tests on other channels or websites that aren't live and using graphs or other kind of results, you can never really trust them unless you see them live. That's why we always do them live here on the channel, show you guys real results, and this is the results we're getting right now from PrivateVPN. So honestly, these speeds are pretty bad. I'm not really sure what's going on here. We'll have to see how the speeds perform in the torrenting section. Maybe because we're not seeing WireGuard yet, we're just using OpenVPN. That could be one reason why we're getting these speeds. Now with other VPNs that support WireGuard, we get around 700 to 800 in these tests with around 10 ms. So definitely a little bit of a decrease here with PrivateVPN. And now for VPNs that are top of the list, we like to see anywhere between 50 to 90. Usually 60 to 90 is very good. And unfortunately, those aren't quite the speeds we're getting today from PrivateVPN. We're just kind of getting those middling speeds. These are honestly speeds I got a couple of years ago when most VPNs hadn't supported WireGuard yet. So that could be an issue here. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and test a couple other servers to see if we could improve things in any way. All right, now we are connected to another server. Let's see if we get any better performance here. The last server, these are the speeds around 20 to 30, which isn't like horrible, but not holding a candle to what we see lately. We can see that these speeds are actually doing better. That's not bad. 43 is decent. 53 is actually very good. Getting in that range though, of around 30 to 50 in that range, which is pretty good. Not top tier speeds. Going back down again, 52, not bad there, but decent speeds. So this server is performing much better than the last server. Overall, not bad at all here. Let's go ahead and run that speed test with this server since this one seems a lot faster. That could be one reason. I know PrivateVPN sometimes does have speed issues with me in the past. When I talked to PrivateVPN about this, they did say that they do own all their servers. So that could be one reason. There is a little bit of a privacy bonus there. So that could be something to consider. Is it worth a little bit of loss of speed to get better servers? Trusted by the company, set up by the company, and everything like that. Not every company owns their own servers. They rent them out, virtual servers and stuff like that. Overall though, I'm going to stick with the last speed results and these speed test results here, because those aren't bad. This isn't quite top tier speeds, but honestly, not bad at all. So guys, how does PrivateVPN do in the privacy audit? Well, unfortunately, it's not going to fit all the markers here. Now, it was formerly a company in the RVP, which means that I do like the company behind it, and generally I think they do good things at this company for privacy and VPNs at large. However, I think they do need to improve some of the things in the back end, especially when related to like the VPN business model. Like, for example, the fact they use Google Analytics. Other VPNs out there, some of them, not many, do use more privacy-friendly, anonymized Google Analytics, like Piwik Analytics or Matamo, stuff like that. Definitely a little bit less useful, probably, but more privacy-friendly than using Google Anonymized Analytics. They also have some other ad trackers and cookies on the website, which they could take off. Additionally, the application also has Google Crash Analytics and Firebase Analytics, two trackers, anonymized probably as well. That said, their permission count is actually very, very low, and this is quite good. I'm actually very impressed by the low permission count, so that's pretty cool. In terms of privacy policy, there's nothing really concerning here. They don't really collect any logs, and like I said, the company behind PrivateVPN and the people who run it are generally pretty good people, and they haven't really been part of any huge data scares or anything like that, so they've done their due diligence and had good security in the past. That said, in terms of their account panel, I couldn't find any two-factor authentication for accounts, which is a little bit of a bummer since I do think that provides more security overall for accounts, keeping those secured so only you can use them. The company itself has not also had any other acquisitions or anything like that as far as I know. It's always been ran by the same people, which is pretty cool, so definitely a good job there. One other thing about PrivateVPN is that they don't really have any complementary privacy services. No antivirus, no private email, no extra DNS, ad blocking controls, some of those kind of things that you can see with some other VPNs nowadays that do offer a little bit of extra, data breach alerts, stuff like that. And you don't really get that with PrivateVPN. So if you're interested in those kind of bundled features or stuff like that, you might want to look at another VPN. So guys, the good thing is that PrivateVPN does have pretty good customer support. Testing it out at 7:55 p.m. and they do have it going then. So that's good. They are based in Sweden. They're not really based in my time zone, so it's good to see that they still do have support in that time zone. So yeah, very nice. Now guys, the good thing about PrivateVPN is that it has like that benefit of being a smaller VPN in that it only took them around 5 minutes. As you can see here, it still says 37 minutes ago. I sent it around 4:49 and it only took them 5 minutes to answer my support ticket. So definitely one of the faster ones this year. But they still do have the benefit of having live chat, which is good. Sometimes you can only find that with bigger companies. So they have like that benefit of live chat, but also the benefit of being able to answer tickets within the 1 hour time frame I'm looking for. And that's why I'm looking for that 1 hour time limit for response tickets for tickets, because a lot of times having that kind of conversation answered quicker and your problems fixed quicker is a benefit of these smaller VPNs. The big VPNs can't ever answer tickets this quickly. There's too many customers, they don't have enough support representatives, and PrivateVPN, among others like TorGuard and WeVPN so far, have managed to able to get within that 1 hour time limit. So really good job, PrivateVPN. All right, guys, now we've gotten to the end of the review, and how does PrivateVPN do in summation? Well, it's an A-tier VPN, which is very good. It's not S-tier, which is cream of the crop now here on the channel, but it is a very solid VPN in its own right. That's because it has amazing streaming compatibility. It should work with most of the streaming services. There has been a little bit of issues with Netflix here and there, but it should work with most everything. They do seem to be working there. And in terms of the other categories, like we mentioned, it does have some room for improvements, especially I think at the privacy and application section. It just needs a little bit more features and a little bit more modernized updates that it probably will come out eventually. In terms of privacy, it could fix some of those fundamental things like Google Analytics and stuff like that. Speeds could also deserve a little bit of a bump. Pricing overall is actually quite good, but missing out a little options here and there in terms of our specific requirements. Overall, not bad there. Glad to see no pricing tricks. And the support is definitely one of the best I've seen. Amazingly quick response times. I think it was within 5 minutes, definitely under that 1 hour requirement, and also good live chat too. So fundamentally, this is a very solid and well-rounded VPN that probably is going to be a good VPN for most people. There are a certain amount of people out there who really like PrivateVPN and the things they do. I see it here and there, people really liking it. They have an interesting kind of model, owning their own servers and stuff like that, which I think deserves some merit. And they've been around for a while too, no data leaks or anything like that. So that's definitely a good thing in my opinion. So overall, I do like PrivateVPN. It's not quite up there yet with S-tier VPNs. It needs stuff like WireGuard, a little bit more anonymized privacy settings in the back end of how they do their business. But I think that could be done eventually if they want to. Anyways, guys, that's my final thoughts on PrivateVPN and the new rating system, and I'll see you again very soon.